Hi guys, and welcome to today's task. For today's task, I'm going to teach you the tips and tricks to sheetrock. Echo! If you guys can hear that echo, you can see and know that the sheetrock is done in the basement and in the upstairs of this house. And the trick to it is this one simple little thing. Hire it out. Hire it out. Hire it out. At the end of the day, it is possible for me to lay all of this sheetrock and to mud all of the joints on this, but it is not a good idea. I've tried it so many times, and every time it ends very poorly. And it just never turns out the way I want it to. It is not worth me doing it myself. And I can honestly say that for most people, it's probably not worth doing it yourself. Hire it out, it's cheaper. Hire it out. Hire it out. Hire it out. So the biggest thing you need to think about is opportunity cost. How much is your time worth? Now, I could lay this sheetrock. It would probably take me 2 to maybe even 3 weeks of everyday work being here, back-breaking. Holy sheetrock, that's a lot of time. It is, Joel, it is a lot of time. And not only that, I need at least another individual here to help me with it, and that's not always possible. So at the end of those 2-3 weeks, I'm gonna look at the job and say, well, I saved some money by doing it myself, but it's gonna look terrible. I'm not gonna have it done the way it possibly needs to be done, and it's just not worth my time. So where can you save money when it comes to doing sheetrock on your own? First thing, you buy the materials. Hire a crew to come in and do it, ask them what they need, and then you go purchase the materials yourself. That way you know there's no markup on any of your sheetrock or anything like that. Also, the company that I buy the sheetrock from, they deliver it for me and they drag it down here. Those are 12-foot sheets. Almost impossible to get down those stairs, but those guys come and do it and make it look easy, so it's worth it for them to do it. Secondly, I buy all the joint and taping compound that my mudder needs so that I know there's no markup on that as well. So I feel like I save a little bit of money by me buying the product myself. That way I'm only paying for the labor that they do. When it comes to laying sheetrock, you have to lay it perpendicular to your floor joists and trusses, just like you would any kind of sheeting. I did not know that. The first time I ever laid sheetrock, I tried laying it with them because I thought, oh, it lines up perfectly on 2 of them. I didn't realize I didn't leave a gap for the next sheet to come into. I was halfway into that job and realized I am very much out of my league here. This is something I'm not gonna take the time to learn, and I hired it out. It ended up perfect. They came in and did it in a matter of hours. I don't know how many square feet of sheetrock I ordered, but it was at least $2,800 worth of sheetrock that I ordered, and a crew of 3 people came in and in a day and a half had this entire house done. Not only that, these guys are pros. They'll come in and make it look so easy. Now, with a lot of tasks that you do or DIY or attempt, you may do it one time and realize it turned out crappy, tear it out and redo it again. That's totally okay. Sheetrock's just one of those things that it's not really worth it to me to do that. When it came to the siding on the house, I attempted a side of the house first that I knew would get the lowest visibility, and I had to tear off a few layers a couple times because they didn't turn out as good. I feel like cutting something and nailing something isn't necessarily easy, but it's something that you can kind of figure out a little bit better on your own. It's not necessarily a technique. It is muscle memory, and if you don't have it and haven't trained for it, it's gonna take at least 3 houses worth of mudding to figure out how to do it right. That means house number 1, 2, and 3 are gonna look like garbage when you really want them to look like a good finished product. And you would save so much time and realistically more money by just hiring it out, because you'll probably want to rip it out after you do it, and then you'll be into the project double it and double the time. So I can't stress this enough, hire it out. This room is ready to go. We are ready to start putting trim on here as soon as my mudder comes in and finishes. And he's getting ready to do that soon. He actually started last night. He starts taping corners and joints tonight, and we're moving forward on this project. I will say, this is possibly my favorite room in the entire house. It's the smallest room in the house. Maybe because I'm small, I don't know. But what I love about it is these 2 huge windows, these 2 huge window seals. I just can imagine one of my kids just loving life in this room, putting all their Legos on all these windows and just enjoying the view and the light that comes in from it. It is not the easiest to see, but this is our bathroom. These are some low ceilings. I guess I don't really notice it, but my good friend who's 6 foot, he notices it. He feels like this is a basement for short people. That's why maybe I like it, I don't know. But our bathroom is ready. We are ready for a shower pan to come in now. Toilets, cabinet vanity has been ordered and is coming in. This room's ready to move on to. The light is super dim in here. This is the other basement bedroom. This room is actually very big. It's gonna have a decent sized closet. And one thing to note, when I was ripping out the basement and gutting everything, I had to rip down all the old ducting. And behind that old piece of ducting, there was possibly the biggest mouse nest that this house had. It is gone, cleared out, been cleaned, vacuumed, scrubbed. Now there's sheetrock covering it. Everything is clean and good. We are in the master closet. This is huge. I can't even wait to start trimming this closet out, making it amazing. But in this light, I think you can kind of tell that there's a little shadow right here in your camera. And that's because sheetrock is perfectly flat, and then at the last 3 inches, it bevels a little bit to allow a space for mud, then tape, and then a top coat. So 3 coats of mud to make everything an even, smooth wall. I didn't know that, I wouldn't have known that, and now that I've seen it done a few years, I know what to look for, but I'm still not gonna attempt it myself because they're pros at it. They're gonna make this look amazing. Holy sheetrock, look at that ceiling. I know guys. This is the old kitchen ceiling, if you can tell. There used to be a hole in the ceiling here, right there, and then all the way back. And I thought that's how they were going to put up sheetrock, just along those trusses. And there and there. I thought, oh, those are square enough. They'll clean them up and put a piece there. That's my lack of knowledge in this field. And that just goes to show you why it's better to hire somebody who knows what they're doing. They came in and said, no, it's so much quicker for us to just cut and rip all of that out, clean up the mess, and then put up new full sheets of sheetrock. Putting up new full sheets and ripping down a mess was easier than trying to piece it together like I thought. So that just goes to show you, I don't know what I'm doing in this. A professional will come in and do it faster and easier, so it's worth your time and worth their time to pay them to come and do it. Not only that, but it speeds up your building process, and I feel like it's a breath of fresh air that I kind of needed. I'm still neck deep in projects outside, getting ready for paint, which is starting this week, and I needed the inside done. If not, I'd be doing still the outside and hopefully getting sheetrock done within 2.5 weeks, then another 2 weeks to mud it. I got sheetrock installed in 2 days, and it'll be mudded in a week and a half. It does take time to mud, mostly because you gotta dry so long between coats, so that's just one of the things you do. But because the sheetrock is in, my cabinet guy was able to come and get full measurements. So now my cabinets are in a process order, and that means the project is continually moving. So, did I save some money? Not necessarily. Did I save some time and what I feel like is my time and money? I did save that in the long run. So, I'm sorry if you came to this thinking you were gonna learn how to mud and tape like a pro. You're not. I don't recommend learning it. Hire somebody who knows what they're doing. They'll appreciate the work and you'll appreciate the better job. That's a simple tip and trick from today's task, and I hope you enjoyed. See you guys. Hi guys, and welcome to today's task. For today's task, holy sheetrock, I'm going to teach you all things sheetrock. No, that's not it. For today's task, I'm going to teach you all things. No, holy sheetrock, hear that echo? Echo! Look, at the end of the day, it is recording. That freaking wasn't recording. Gosh dang it. Not only that, it speeds up. I got it. Echo! Holy sheetrock.